Eyewitness News, the Chicago area's leading news, with John Drury, Marianne Childers, Tim Weigel, and Steve Deschler.
You're looking live at Times Square in New York City. Tens of thousands of people are celebrating the end of '93, and they're ready to welcome in the new year. Good evening and Happy New Year. I'm Paul Meinke.
And I'm Lauren Cohn. John and Marianne are off tonight. 1993 is fading away. On the other side of the Atlantic, it's already a new year. This was the scene in London just a few hours ago. Thousands of revelers packed into London's Trafalgar Square to kiss 1993 goodbye and welcome in 1994. London police are hoping this celebration isn't a repeat of last year when 42 people were hurt. In New York City, tens of thousands are jammed into Times Square waiting for the ball to drop. Let's go live now to Dick Clark high above the map.
It's Dick Clark in Times Square. In just a few minutes from now, we've got the greatest New Year's Eve party in the world planned for you and a wedding in store. A couple of California firefighters are going to get married before this 300,000 throng here, along with musical performance from SWV, Daryl Hall, Kiss, Joey Lawrence, Brooks and Dunn, Barry Manilow. As usual, the biggest New Year's Eve in the world happens on ABC. It's going to be New Year's Rockin' Eve coming right up. Don't you dare miss it.
Thanks, Dick. And now for a different sort of party. Alcohol-free festivities called First Night are being held across the country tonight. Channel 7's Kent Ninamia is at 1 in Evanston. Kent?
Hey, Paul, as you know, what makes First Night Evanston different is that nobody here is drinking alcohol, but everyone's still having a good time. Just look behind me. This is the Paul Taylor Quintet, and they can jam. Just listen. And they've been playing all night. They're pretty good, but what's more is there's 18 different kinds of entertainment and 18 different locations, all within walking distance of downtown Evanston, all with different forms of entertainment. Even modern dance is part of this New Year's celebration, along with storytelling, arts and crafts, and food. There's a little something for everyone here, except alcohol. There's none of that being served in downtown Evanston. No one seems to mind. What do you like about this celebration versus the traditional New Year's Eve celebration?
First of all, our family is together. Second of all, it's a great deal. You can see all these wonderful things for a very little amount of money.
Well, I like it.
Why?
Because the singing is nice.
Singing is nice.
Are you going to stay up till midnight?
Maybe.
Now, if you still want to come down here, there are plenty of tickets available. What you do is you spend $8, you get one of these buttons, and with the button, you can go into any of the 18 sites, all again within the walking distance of Evanston's downtown. And they're going to greet the new year at midnight with fireworks, and everybody out here in Evanston is going to be sober. Reporting live from Evanston, Kent Ninamia, Channel 7 Eyewitness News. Lauren, back to you in Chicago.
Okay, thanks, Kent. And there's a big party going on right now at Chicago's downtown Hyatt Hotel, and that's where Channel 7's Janet Davies is there. She's right in the middle of it. Hi, Janet.
Hi, Lauren. Well, there is alcohol here at the Hyatt Regency, but remember, the CTA, as it annually does on New Year's Eve, is going to start offering free rides on the L and the buses starting at 10 p.m., going to 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. Yes, this is the ultimate dance party. 4 bands are going to be going on till midnight. These people have paid about $49 per person to come into this party, or $209 for the whole package. Midnight, they're going to go out and see fireworks that are going to be happening over at North Pier. We're going to be bringing you those fireworks that are very special 11:45 show, New Year's Eve Chicago style. I'll be hosting it along with Tim Weigel, James Ward. Tim's going to be over at North Pier. James is going to be all over the place. We're going to have such a good time. We hope that you will join us. And remember, if you want to get over to North Pier right now, North Pier has some live bands going on that are free. And by the way, another good idea, the Hancock Center, the observation tower, is going to be open until 1:30 tonight if you want to go up there and take a look at the fireworks. Yes, everybody is happy right now. Everybody is saying Happy New Year, Mom. It's going to be a good time here at the Hyatt. We wish all of you a Happy New Year. If you had bad things happen to you in '93, we only wish good things in '94. Live at the Hyatt Regency on Wacker, this is Janet Davies, Channel 7 Eyewitness News. Paul, Lauren, Happy New Year.
Thanks, Janet, and Happy New Year to you, too. And once again, to catch the celebrations in Chicago, tune in after Dick Clark's show at 11:45. Channel 7 presents our own special New Year's Eve Chicago style with live coverage from around town, including the North Pier fireworks display.
Lauren, in the North Shore suburb of Wilmette, the year ends with a murder yet to be solved. Several hundred people gathered at Suzanne Olds Church today to memorialize her life and mourn her brutal death at the hands of an unknown attacker. Her estranged husband, attorney Dean Olds, remains hospitalized in the psychiatric wing of Northwestern Memorial Hospital. But Eyewitness News has learned that he has hired noted criminal attorney William Kunkel today. Kunkel, the man who prosecuted John Wayne Gacy. Wilmette police, meanwhile, resumed their search for clues near the garage where Suzanne Olds was found beaten to death Tuesday night. They've also confiscated Mr. Olds' car, seen here on a security camera in the police garage. Olds has been questioned by police, as has Helmut Hofer, a young German man identified in court documents as Olds' friend and associate. Suzanne and Dean Olds were involved in an intense divorce battle over the family's assets. Mrs. Olds claimed her estranged husband had hidden or transferred at least $1 million out of the country.
And there's much more ahead. A man tries frantically to save his wife as flames consume their home. We'll have the latest on the investigation into this fatal West Side fire.
Also, an update on the newborn found abandoned in an apartment building entrance. Later, James Ward marks the new year by looking back on some all-time favorite places to eat.
Mercury prices don't get any lower than they are right now at Joe Rizza Lincoln Mercury. It's Joe Rizza's Holiday Savings Spectacular. Our already low prices have been reduced even more.
With a price like this, the new 93 Mercury Tracer fits your budget like a glove, and it's equipped with an automatic transmission, air conditioning, rear defroster, and more, only during the Holiday Savings Spectacular.
Ring in the holidays with sensational savings now through January 4th at Joe Rizza Lincoln Mercury, 1125 East Ogden in Naperville.
Value City Furniture's blasting off into 1994 with a gigantic store-wide savings celebration New Year's Day, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. This traditional Crater three-piece living room, sofa, love seat, and chair. We've sold thousands for $700, now $588. Four-piece bedroom, not $800, not even $600. It's a blowout while they last, $488. Three-piece lamp sets in your choice of colors, $66. Entertainment center, your choice, $88. Free coffee and donuts all day long. Get 90 days, same as cash. Celebrate New Year's Day, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Value City Furniture.
If you've been injured in an automobile accident or on the job, before you sign anything, call the law offices of Barry R. Rabowski now for a free consultation. We only handle injury cases, and we don't charge a fee for our services unless you collect. So if you're at home or in the hospital with an injury and don't know where to turn, we'll come to visit you. Call the law offices of Barry R. Rabowski toll-free at 1-800-822-4321 and talk to us.
The big one, New Year's Day. It's Pepper's Waterbed's biggest sale of the year. Saturday, one day only. Save up to 60% off store-wide. Save on waterbeds and bedroom furniture. Plus, do not pay until 1995. No down payment, no interest charges, and no payments for 1 full year. 60% off store-wide and no payments till 1995. The big one, New Year's Day only at all Pepper's Waterbeds.
Waterbeds, of course.
Investigators now say it may be days before they can determine the cause of a fire that killed a West Side couple known for their dedication to music and the community. Police believe 59-year-old Thomas Lewis died as he tried to rescue his wife Thelma from the blaze. Fire broke out early this morning in the basement of their landmark building containing a lounge, restaurant, and ballroom. Intense heat and burglar bars hampered firefighting efforts as the blaze burned for nearly 10 hours. Tonight, arson is still considered a possible cause.
I couldn't see why anybody wanted to set this building on fire. Like I stated earlier, he tried to help anybody that came by.
I started down the stairs, but I couldn't go all the way down, so, you know.
Too much smoke, Maurice?
Yeah.
The basement of the building is flooded tonight, preventing investigators from reaching the fire's point of origin. If that water freezes, there will be further delays. One witness told Channel 7's Bob Petty that he saw 4 men running from the scene just before the fire started.
She was only a couple hours old when a couple found her cold and abandoned in a Hanover Park apartment vestibule 4 days ago. Tonight, she's resting warm and safe at Hoffman Estates Hospital. Caring nurses have named her Noel Angeline, which means Christmas angel. And according to doctors, this little angel is going to be just fine. They haven't found any permanent damage from her frigid ordeal. And in the hospital's maternity ward, she's a big, big hit with the staff.
Parents giving love for her. The girls on the night shift said that they thought she was even getting a little spoiled because they would run to her as soon as she would start to cry.
Baby Noelle has already received many gifts and toys from people who've heard about her, and dozens more have called about adopting. Hanover Park Police continue to search for the infant's parents.
The grand prize for tomorrow night's Illinois Lotto game is now $35 million. So far, the holidays and the cold weather have kept Lotto fever to a minimum, but there are still plenty of people hoping to hit the jackpot. Our Sylvia Perez got this reaction from people who hope to strike it rich in '94 and what they plan to do if they win.
Quit my job and live on some island somewhere.
Some warm island?
Yes.
Would you keep all the money to yourself?
No, I give some to my family and friends.
I only need one, actually. I'll be happy with one.
Oh, you just need 1 million. You're not selfish?
No, I'm not.
A lot of people are just having a really bad time, and I'd like to help, but not through an organization. I'd like to sort of scatter money at them.
Between now and tomorrow's drawing, the Lotto jackpot is expected to grow even bigger.
Still ahead, Steve Deschler has the holiday weekend forecast. Also, the scandal over radiation experiments leads to VA facilities in Chicago. I'll look into those reports.
And later, all kinds of food favorites top James Ward's best of '93 list. Some of them may surprise you.
Due to our huge response, Adriana Furs has extended the exciting after-Christmas sale 4 more days. 55% off every coat in stock. This fabulous $4,000 silver box coat is now only $14.95. Immediate financing is always available at Chicago's world-class furrier, Adriana Furs, 612 North Michigan Avenue.
Feel the warmth and luxury that you deserve, Adriana Furs.
If your credit is a little shaky, get back on solid ground with the credit rebuilders at Perillo Pontiac in Chicago. With over 320 new and used cars and $5 million to loan, the credit rebuilders at Perillo Pontiac can give you the second chance you deserve. Perillo Pontiac understands the problems you can have with credit, but now that you're working again, you need transportation, and you can get it with no hassles from the credit rebuilders at Perillo Pontiac, 1111 West Diversey in Chicago. Call today.
Wouldn't you rather lose weight with freshly prepared gourmet meals? Doris from Oak Lawn lost 20 pounds and lowered her cholesterol count 57 points. And Rick from Wheaton lost 60 pounds. Healthy gourmet meals are calorie controlled, low in fat, cholesterol, and sodium. Each meal is individually analyzed. No program fees or contracts. You order only the meals to fit your lifestyle and budget. Call 1-800-987-DIET for the location near you. That's 1-800-987-DIET. Ask about free food tasting.
Saturday, New Year's Day, for 8 hours only. Bay Furniture will open its doors for the biggest New Year's Day sale in Bay history, starting at 10 a.m. New Year's Day. Buy whatever you want and pay nothing for 1 full year. That's nothing for 12 months, not 1 penny. No deposit, no monthly payments, no interest. 1 year and not a penny to pay. Saturday only, 8 hours only, and only at Bay Furniture. The first 50 customers at each Bay showroom will receive a $100 gift certificate free from Bay.
More tonight about the government's growing scandal over radiation testing in the early days of the Cold War. Documents now reveal that 23 pregnant women at a Boston hospital in the early 50s were injected with a radioactive form of iron so that researchers might learn more about how it would affect their blood and their fetuses. Also, the Department of Veterans Affairs says it's checking all its nuclear medicine records to see if it conducted any questionable patient experiments, and that review includes VA facilities here in Chicago. The VA is trying to determine if either of its 2 Chicago hospitals, the Lakeside VA Center or the Westside Hospital, were ever involved in any radiation testing. Though unable to single out which of the 2 hospitals is being looked at, a VA spokesman says a Chicago Veterans Hospital is among 14 nationwide which had radioisotope units in the late 40s and 50s. And in one of them near Boston, an unknown number of vets were given radioactive material to see how their bodies would metabolize it. The spokesman says these subjects were informed about the research and were given low doses of the radioactive material. A local VA spokesman says he doesn't think any radiation testing occurred at the Westside or Lakeside facilities because the buildings weren't built until the early 50s. Nonetheless, the VA is going through all of its old records, which have been boxed up for years in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Still, with revelations that other government agencies and prestigious hospitals used, among others, retarded teenagers and pregnant mothers as guinea pigs for their nuclear experiments, some vets say they wouldn't be surprised to hear that the VA was involved, too.
You wouldn't think that
this country, your country, would do anything like that. Yeah, you get angry when you hear that kind of stuff, you know, and you think who was in charge and what was going on when this stuff happened.
That's what the president says he wants to know, and on Monday, top officials from the Departments of Veterans Affairs, Defense, Energy, and NASA will be pooling what they know.
The president feels strongly that this needs to be brought out into the open, that we need to find out what happened.
The Department of Energy believes that there were hundreds of radiation experiments conducted on thousands of people who had no accurate notion of what they were getting into. The Monday meeting at the White House might begin to better define the dimensions of this scandal.
Tonight, at least 4 snowmobilers have died in an avalanche on a Montana mountain ridge. 1 other is missing. Rescuers at the scene are attempting to resuscitate a 6th person, but 2 people lost in the snowslide have been found with only minor injuries. A helicopter, ski patrols, and trained dogs have been searching the Swan Mountain Range east of Kalispell in northwestern Montana. The area has up to a foot of new snow, and temperatures there are in the 30s.
Steve Eschler's here with the forecast. Looking pretty good for this weekend.
Not bad, a little bit warm right now. First, a little bit of personal business. This last day of the year is my last day here on Channel 7. I feel proud to have been part of a #1 team and lucky to have been part of that team for 10 years. And thanks to my colleagues for making me look so good all that time. And since this is the season of hope, I hope we all have a happy and healthy new year. And for those who will follow here in my footsteps, I hope that they make larger tracks, and I hope you'll watch them and support them. Now let's push on to the weather and talk about what's going to happen for us tonight. A drippy new year. There will be a couple of showers, probably along about toward dawn. We'll take a look at the radar the last several hours. Some showers pushing in from northwest to southeast. Some of this is frozen, so there's been some slippery travel. Watch out if you're traveling north toward Wisconsin next few hours. Satellite shots in the last 24 hours. See those clouds increasing all day long today as moisture streams on in. We're covered by clouds right now, but temperatures have been happily much higher than they have been for a couple of days, mainly in the 30s in the last few hours. It's now 35 here in Chicago. There are some warmer 40s, even some 50s down toward the southwest of us. Those temperatures will not be coming here. Around the area, mainly mid to upper 30s as of this hour. They'll pretty much stay that way for the next several hours. 30s around the area as well, 33 for O'Hare. South winds at 15, the chill factor at 16, barometer on the way down. Humidity at 75%. Today's high was 37, and the low has been 14. The records this date to 68 and -10, and tomorrow's sunrise at 7:20. Here's the whole national picture. Those big areas of clouds moving toward us all day long today. A good day for the southeast, nice and warm there. Clouds increase across the Pacific Northwest, some rain showers low down, and some snows at higher elevations today. The forecast tomorrow shows that low pressure on us. There will be some showers early, and then as the low passes us by, there will be a return to more cold weather, colder that is to say, and there will be a chance of the rain turning over to some snow. Nothing heavy doesn't look like, but tomorrow's forecast highs will start in the 30s and then fall as the cold front passes on by. Here's the forecast for us for the last night of 93 with some mostly cloudy skies, rain developing toward dawn, and there will be winds from the southwest. They'll be strong, low temperature at 34. Then for tomorrow, rain changing to some light snow or flurries and a high temperature of 34. Tomorrow night, partial clearing with a west wind and a low temperature of about 20. Following day, that would be, of course, Sunday. There'll be partly sunny skies, light snow late. Next 3 days, ooh, that looks bad, that video. Tuesday's high 36, the highest of those next 3 days, as there are now last of the year gremlins in our computer.
Looking a little green.
Have a great new year.
Hey, we're going to miss you a lot. It's been a lot of fun. May the sun always shine.
Thanks.
All the best of luck to
See
you.
ya.
Thanks, Steve. It's list-making time again. Time for food critic James Ward to name his top 10 favorite restaurants, plain or fancy, or for fun. So here's our food dude's choice for bread and circuses in 93.
For Old Lang Syne in 8 years' time, let's pour the bubbly and check the list for places not to miss. Here's cheers to Bossa Nova on North Clybourne. More than a restaurant, less than a cliche, it's a 90s social scene with a sound from the 60s. And grazing's back in style. Now call it small tastings or tapas. And speaking of tapas, try Cafe Iberico on North LaSalle for its large variety of real Spanish tapas in a simple wine bar setting with inexpensive prices. And now, Austin Koo's Mandarin Restaurant in the Loop. I love this place for its tasty traditional or healthy Chinese dishes. The choice is yours. Next stop, Southside, the Retreat Restaurant in Pullman Village, where the French-inspired food is replete with heart and soul, What an elegant, swelligant place this is. As is the restaurant in the park in the Art Institute, a real find. A handsome space and innovative fare, a fine dining Best Buy. And here's the top pop place of the year, Food Life, a really different fast food court and water tower place with 11 different kitchens emphasizing fresh, natural treats. And head for the Strongbow Inn in nearby Valparaiso, Indiana, for turkey, turkey, turkey the year around, plus other fine dishes. Further away in Holland, Michigan, is the Sandpiper Restaurant, well worth a pleasant weekend trip for its setting on Lake Macatawa and sophisticated food at small-town prices. Closer to home in good old Aurora is the pizzazzy new Hollywood Casino, where the top dining choice is the sleek Cafe Harlow, beautiful presentations, lovely continental chow. Last but not least, put some south in your mouth at Brother Jimmy's on North Sheffield. A happy party place with its retro, low-down look, high cholesterol hijinks, southern fixins, and pig pickins. And so, from a classy pig-out palace, this well-aged ham sends greetings for good eatings for the new year, and I am James Ward for Channel 7 Eyewitness News. Ciao, ciao for now.
Doesn't James look terrific? And a reminder again, James Ward joins Tim Weigel and Janet Davis for a live and lively salute to the new year at 11:45 tonight, right here on Channel 7.
And just ahead, the Blackhawks go for 9 in a row at home. Tim's next with the highlights.
And the Texas A&M mascot is back just in time for the showdown with Notre Dame.
That old car is worth money. Call Victory Auto Wreckers at 860-2000 for a quote. Victory will buy no matter what condition your car is in. Victory will tow it away free, and you'll get cash on the spot. Or save money by fixing up your car with used parts. Victory has 7 acres of used parts, starters, transmissions, batteries for all types of cars. Victory Auto Wreckers, 710 East Green in Bensonville near O'Hare. 860-2000.
What to do on New Year's when you don't like football, you ask? How about a great furniture sale? On New Year's, you ask? Right! At Homemakers on New Year's Day and all weekend, when the year's best selection of quality furniture is on sale. Well, what's on sale, you ask? Everything. Every piece in every Homemakers department is on sale. And there's a special credit offer. The great New Year's sale on now at John M. Smith's Homemakers. Happy New Year!
The big one, New Year's Day. It's Pepper's Waterbed's biggest sale of the year. Saturday, one day only. Save up to 60% off store-wide. Save on waterbeds and bedroom furniture. Plus, do not pay until 1995. No down payment, no interest charges, and no payments for 1 full year. 60% off store-wide and no payments till 1995. The big one, New Year's Day only at all Pepper's Waterbeds.
Waterbeds, of course.
Wake up, call 976-WAKE. Get out of bed and get ahead. Use your touch-tone phone. Call 976-WAKE. We're the wake-up that works. So why worry? Don't ever be late again. Call 976-WAKE. Do it now. Only $2 per call. Depend on us. Call 976-WAKE and wake up right. Wake up bright. Wake up to us tomorrow. For service outside Chicago, call 1-900-976-WAKE.
Tim's here to tell us it's not a happy new year for some folks, is it?
Oh, Lauren, you're absolutely right. The Blackhawks turned out to be real party poopers tonight, giving their fans a very sad send-off to 1993. In fact, this may have been the Hawks' worst performance of the season so far at home, as their 8-game home winning streak is snapped 5-1 by the Dallas Stars. Let's go to the videotape. The game was 7 seconds old, and already a fight breaks out. Jocelyn Lemieux and the Stars' Shane Sherlock go brawling. It really set the tone for a very ugly hockey game out on the west side. Dallas gave the Hawks a rough time all night long. Brent Gilchrist feeding Paul Broughton. Also, his brother Neil Broughton had an assist. Jeff Hackett didn't have a clue. pretty soon it was 2-0 Stars. Yeah, Hawk fans have no place to blow their party favors. Ed Belfour was pretty upset, too, because he never got into the game. And watch Jeff Hackett here. Mike McDonald hits the shot right off his the side of his helmet. And, boy, Hackett was in shock most of the night. Look at this great play by Trent Klatt for the goal. And that makes it 5-2, Dallas. And right now, that's the score as they're nearing the end of the game. And when do you see this? Referee Paul Stewart pulls Steve Smith down and said, that's enough, guys. Let's get out of here. The Hawks about to lose. St. Louis has lost at Winnipeg. Rangers lost at Buffalo. And the Kings in Detroit wound up 4-4 in a tie. Now, one of the rare NFL games on a Friday, the Vikings clinched the last NFC playoff spot. Jim McMahon, the punky QB, an 11-yard score to Anthony Carter, 14-9 over the Redskins.
Well, they got a lot of veterans, won a lot of games, so we knew it would be this way, and it's sweet. Now we're in the playoff, just waiting to see who we play now.
And that's Chris Carter, not Anthony, so we apologize for that. But we've got everything else, from the Outback Steakhouse Gator Bowl to the Builders Square Alamo Bowl going on this weekend. It's really a bowl-o-rama. So let's start our highlights with what else? The Poulin Weed Eater Bowl. Here it is, folks. We have the Indiana Hoosiers against the Hokies from Virginia Tech. Poor Indiana gave up 2 touchdowns in 23 seconds at the end of the first half. This is Virginia Tech's Antonio Banks going 80 yards with a blocked field goal. Ooh, the Hoosiers lose 45-20. Now to the Peach Bowl. I'm not sure who sponsors this one, but Clemson won it. It's an amazing play. Patrick Sapp throwing a 21-yard touchdown pass to Terry Smith, and it's 14-3 over Kentucky. Just 17 seconds left in the game. They win. Tommy West, the brand-new Clemson coach in his first game, gets a Gatorade shower. It's a wonder Gatorade doesn't sponsor a bowl game. In the Blockbuster Alamo Bowl at the half, Iowa's losing huge. Clemson a winner. And in the Outback Steakhouse Gator Bowl, Alabama beat North Carolina. Well, the Rose Bowl doesn't have a sponsor. They don't need one. But cheese is the order of the day out in sunny California. Yeah, the cheeseheads are all over the place as Wisconsin's enjoying its first Rose Bowl trip in 31 years. They might be a little overwhelmed by the hype, but UCLA coach Terry Donahue isn't worried about his players getting distracted because this is their hometown.
For us, the neatest thing about the Rose Bowl is going to be the game experience, not the entire pregame experience coupled with the game. It's going to be the game itself. And I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about, so what the hell?
Well, on the eve of the Cotton Bowl, Texas A&M's mascot finally found in a modern-day remake of Lassie Come Home. The 4-month-old collie Reveille was dog-napped Sunday, not by Notre Dame supporters, but by students from the University of Texas, the Aggies' arch rivals. Little Reveille was returned today, but Aggie students supposed to protect her weren't amused.
You lose the image of a prank when you stalk someone's house for 2 months and then enter their backyard at 6 a.m. while the dog is relieving herself and take her from there. And
poor little Reveille, dog-napped right in the middle of her daily duty, but she will be back tomorrow at the Cotton Bowl in her rightful place on the Texas A&M sidelines. But let's hope that she is not too shaken by her experience. Notre Dame has nothing to do with this. This is the University of Texas, and don't these kids have something better to do with their time than to stalk a 4-month-old collie? This was to be her first game tomorrow. She's obviously a rookie and probably very shaken up by all this.
You got a feel for the Rose Bowl?
A feel for the Rose Bowl. I'm really worried. The Badgers are huge underdogs. The Big Ten teams usually lose out there, but my father and my brother live in Wisconsin, so I will be not objective and say the Badgers will win. Plus, I'm wearing Badger red.
Yes.
Look very festive.
Thank you. Now I'm going to take it off because I got to go to Dick's Last Resort, and I'll probably pour Diet Coke all over it.
Well, you just asked for it now.
Thanks, Tim. And there's more to come tonight. Meet Mr. Hollywood, a 5-year-old who has a rags to riches story to tell.
First, today's winning Illinois lottery numbers.
Hi, folks. Another dealer sales guy told one of my customers that there was only one dealer in Chicago who was rotten enough to undercut everybody else's prices on new Nissans. Me. I can't actually say the word he called me, not on TV. But he was right about one thing. I will undercut anybody else's price. That's how I got to be the Midwest #1 Nissan dealer. I've got over 63,000 satisfied customers out there who think I'm a pretty good guy. I'm Ray Harra at King Nissan Dodge. My competitors think I'm a bad guy. I can live with that. Thank you, and God bless you.